3. Check, 1, 2, 3. Check, 1, 2, 3.
away from the opening kick here, and we talked a little bit about it in the pregame show brought to you by Siena Heights University. But when it comes down to it today, it's going to be about running the football, establishing that ground game, and then maybe hitting some guys over the top.
Yeah, we're going to have to throw a little bit to win today. Concordia's got a really good defense against the run, very physical team, and we're going to have to play our game and adapt to the conditions. The good news is Concordia is going to have to do the same.
No doubt. Saints are going to kick it away first. And it's a cold one today, sitting about 32 degrees at the moment. The stadium crew here early on getting this venue ready for today's game. Hard at work clearing snow off the bleachers and laying down some salt, making sure everybody get into their seat safely, and everybody's ready to roll here.
Yeah, the crowd's kind of filled in, on both sides. Both teams have brought a pretty good crowd today. If we would have had a 50-degree weather today, I think it would pretty much have been a standing room only situation because both crowds know what's at stake today.
A lot of implications on this one. Is Brock Quinlan ready to boot this one off for the Saints? And we're underway. Just a high floater kick, fielded at the 30-yard line, and then sliding as the returner out at about the 30, we'll call it the 32-yard line, see where they spot it. We'll give them the 34, and that's where the Cardinals will take over for their first possession of the game.
Yeah, I don't know if that was intentionally a little bit of a short kick there, but he got it high up in the air, and somebody came underneath it to make that good catch on the ground. So Concordia's got pretty good starting field position here, and gauged by the wind when I was down in there in pregame, they might have the wind at their back here in the first quarter.
Roger Engel, the quarterback here for the Cardinals, heads to the line to make a call, changes his protection. Two receivers right, one left. They send a man in motion. Engel takes, give to the back with a flag down.
I think
a gain of about 4 out to the 37-yard line.
I think somebody moved a little bit early on Concordia's side.
Joe Connor running right into the heart of that Saints defensive front.
More than 4 in the backfield on the offense.
So illegal procedure here, the call for the Cardinals. Isaiah Newsom making the tackle for the Saints. They'll move it back 5 yards to start it 1st and 15 here for Concordia.
Yeah, Concordia features a star running back in its own, and Joe Connor averages about 120 yards a game, and will be somebody the Saints are going to try to slow down.
Engel takes, running right, tackled after a short gain of about 3.
Yeah, Siena's defense looks a little confused there. Had people running on and off the field right before the play happened, and still was able to make a play on the quarterback.
So 2nd and 12 now, ball spotted at the 32 for Concordia. They send 3 receivers left. Engler takes. It's an option out right to Connor. Lowering the head, not a whole lot of place to roll. And now we have a flag after the play.
Yeah, our defense drove them outside on the sideline and Concordia's side there, and the flags came out. A little bit too much talking, apparently.
31, Stallworth, and 55, Gardaki again on the stop.
Mike Gardaki and Nick Stallworth in on the tackle. The unnecessary roughness call here on the Saints defense. It's an automatic first down, tackle on 15, and they'll spot it just shy of the midfield stripe at the Cardinals' 49.
Yeah, mental mistake right there. We had that running play stopped, and got to keep your emotions under check here. You're in a big game, and you can't have those kind of penalties. Automatic first down for Concordia.
Engel with 2 receivers right. They send a man in motion from right to left. They send another man in motion from right to left. Engel takes, giving it to Connor, bouncing it outside, missing a tackle as the Saints. Connor to the 35, finally pushed out at the 30. Looks like they'll spot him at the 27-yard line. Big gain there from Joe Connor.
Yeah, that time that penalty really hurt because we had Concordia looking like 3rd and long there after that stop on the sideline, and now we've got 1st and 10 inside the 30-yard line here, and they've got it going.
Check that, Omar Sinclair, the Norcross, Georgia native, on the run there for the Cardinals. Engel takes. Engel's going to keep it up the middle. Pickup of about 7, right through the heart of that defensive front. And Engel, big guy, 6'2", 212 from Lorain, Ohio.
And nothing fancy. They're just doing those zone reads against our defensive front and gaining some pretty good yardage here early.
13 minutes ago in the first, we're scoreless. Engel sends a man in motion. Takes. Fakes. It's an option. Saints read it perfectly. Good tackle there. Heck of a play. Griffin Sobel, the outside linebacker, coming down and making a play.
Griffin Sobel continues in his standing senior year. He's really an all-conference type player and really making a bid for an All-American honors at outside linebacker. There to stop and force a key 3rd and long here for Concordia.
They lose 4 on the play. Engel is in the pistol. Takes. Gives with a big hole. 1st down inside the 15 to the 12. Joe Connor goes for another big gash there.
Yeah, Daquan Butler saved a touchdown there because if he breaks that tackle, he's in the end zone. Really good blocking up front by Concordia. Real simple play, but gets good results.
Engel once again in the pistol. Joe Connor is his back. 2 receivers right, 2 left. They send Connor in motion. Engel takes. Throwing. Caught inside the 5. Tackled by Griffin Sobel at the 2-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal.
Going hurry up there. They're trying to keep our defense on their heels.
They're going to say it's 2nd down, short of the 1st down marker. Engel takes the high snap. He's not going to get in. He'll pick up a yard. Will Joe Connor. Tackled immediately there by Cohen Canner coming in and breaking the play up. Devontae Collins-Anderson in on it as well.
Yeah, our defense getting an early test here right at our goal line. See if we can make a play here and get a stop or at least force a field goal at this point. Really big
Saints
test.
make a late substitution. They get him off. 1st and goal from the 1. Engel takes. Gives to Connor. Trying to break it outside. Cuts back in and into the end zone. Touchdown Cardinals.
Yeah, Connor missed or was able to elude a tackler there by Sobel. Had him, we thought, about the 5-yard line and was able to run right into the right side of the end zone for the touchdown.
So a 1-yard run there from the junior Joe Connor at a flat rock, 6'2", 215, runs with a ton of steam. Ross O'Brien in to attempt the extra point, kicks up, and it's good. 11:08 to go in the first. Cardinals take an early 7-0 lead. We'll take a break. You're listening to Siena Heights Saints football on 103.9 WLEN and WLEN.com. Welcome back. Saints getting ready to field this kickoff. And boy, oh boy, those penalties will kill you as Cardinals able to cash in off a couple of Saints mistakes.
Ross O'Brien to kick it away.
Ross O'Brien back on to boot it away for the Cardinals. Does. That ball just maybe getting hung up in the wind a little bit. It's going to be fielded and then dropped at the 10, coming the other way. That's Tim Brown. He'll get back to the 10, and that'll be it.
Yeah, that time he dropped it, and instead of going north-south, went east and west, and that was a big mistake because he basically got no yardage, and Saints start now at their own 10, not where they wanted to start with their first possession.
Cardinals' defensive front is stout. Alex Hinojosa on that end, 6'2", 220 at Allen Park. And Nick Edney out of Garden City, 6'2", 267. Those are two big guys you got to watch for on the edge. Play clock at 4. They got to get it off. Neck takes, gives. That's Davis. Weaving his way through. Picking up 4 out to the 14. Bring up second down from there.
Yeah, Davis was out last week for the Saints, kind of healing up a little bit for this game. And I talked to Coach Cohn in pregame and said Darius is healthy and ready to go.
He went through the ringer against Marion a few weeks ago. It was good to see number 25 back out on the field. Saints send 2 receivers left, 1 right. Next sends Damon Wright in motion. It's the give to Davis, cutting it back in, hurdling out across the 15. Taken down at about the 16-yard line.
92 Keith Rubin.
Gain of 2 brings up third down and about 3.
Yeah, Concordia that time had good pursuit on the left side there, and Davis cut back and jumped over to get a couple on that. See if we can get a key third down conversion here.
Ball spotted at the near hash. Neck with 2 receivers right, 1 left. They send Damon Wright in motion. Neck will take. They're going to fake it to Davis. Throwing, it's going to be incomplete. Was looking for DeJuan Smith, who slipped on the play. Pass falls incomplete. It's going to be 4th down for the Saints.
A good penetration there by Concordia's defensive line, getting pressure on Neck, and he couldn't deliver a good football there. And Siena Heights is a 3-and-out, and we're going to have to punt the football.
Caleb Meister in punt formation.
Caleb Meister to boot it away for the Saints. We talk about the seniors today, but Caleb just a freshman. You'll hear his name a lot over the next 3 years. He's going to take a big Saint hop out at the 50. Fielded coming the other way. Tackled at the 40 there.
5, Brendan Beer on the return.
Brendan Deere in, or rather, excuse me, that's Hayden Schluter in on the tackle, and as was Cole Merlin.
Yeah, right now, Chris, we're losing the field position game. Kind of a short punt in these weather conditions. It's going to be tough, but Concordia is starting at their own 40-yard line after getting that opening touchdown. Our defense is going to have to step up here. We look a little tentative, to be honest, to start this game. We got to get it together, because if we fall behind early a couple touchdowns to this kind of a team, it's going to be really difficult to come back.
So ball spotted at the 40. That's where the Cardinals will take over. 3 receivers right. Engel takes a high snap, gives to Connor. He's going to pick up about 4 out to the 36-yard line, and almost looked like disaster there.
Yeah, Connor makes something from nothing there. He took the pitch and was able to cut it back up to get solid 4 yards on that play. He's a good back, one of the best in the Mid-States Football Association.
So second down at about 6 here. Call it a long 5. A lot of motion here for the Cardinals as it's a give to Connor. He'll pick up a couple more out to the 32-yard line. Brings up 3rd and 2. Isaiah Newsom in on the tackle there for the Saints.
Isaiah Newsom and Devontae.
Yeah, a lot of experience up front there. We've got literally 4 seniors with Whitted, Newsom, Edwards.
Devontae Collins-Anderson in there as well.
Yeah, so this is leaving it all on the field for that group.
8:30 to go in the first. Saints down 7-0. Engel in the pistol. They send a man in motion. And now we've got a flag. I imagine this is going to go against the Cardinals. So false start here on Concordia. Back him up 5 yards, turns a 3rd and 2 into a 3rd and 7, and that's a killer.
Yeah, that's a mental error there by Concordia and gives our St. defense a little bit more breathing room here to make a stop.
Trey Claiborne getting this crowd pumped up.
Yeah, Siena looks a little reserved here starting out. I thought maybe, being home and senior day, we'd come out with a little bit of fire, and Concordia looks right now the little bit more aggressive team to start this one.
Engel takes. It's a give to Connor up the middle. He's not going to get there. Out to the 35 and then stuffed. E.J. Shaw in on the tackle there for the Saints, as was Devontae Collins-Anderson.
2-yard gain. It'll bring up 4th down and 5.
So now the ball spotted at the 35, kind of in that no man's land.
Yeah, I'm
Perhaps
surprised.
too far to punt and obviously too far to kick a field goal.
Yeah, I might try to punt here just to keep the field goal or the field position in our favor if I'm Concordia. But they're going to go for it here, 4th and 5.
2 receivers right, 2 left, ball at the far hash mark. Engel sends Connor to his left. Takes. Saints bringing some pressure. Flushes Engel out right, throwing across the middle, incomplete. Turnover on downs. Good stand here from the Saints D.
Yeah, that pressure on Engel, the quarterback, really paid off because he had a receiver there open down the field and just overthrew him. And when you're on the run like that, it's hard to hit your target. So Siena Heights defense holds, and we're back in business and actually have pretty good field position.
Now you started your own 35, and it looks like this is going to be a field position is going to be important in this game, at least early on. And the Saints fortunate there.
Well, hopefully that's a little bit of the momentum burst that we need.
2 receivers right, 1 left for Taunton. Neck takes, gives, that's Davis, making that first man miss and then churning those legs out for a 4-yard gain to the 39. And he's just a heck of a player.
Yeah, it's going to be an entertaining game today, watching 2 of the best backs in the entire conference go at it, with Connor on Concordia's side and Davis here on Siena Heights' side. Really, really fun to watch both those backs.
2 receivers right, 1 left. Davis in the backfield. Saints moving left to right on your dial. The give to Davis, bouncing it out right, cutting it back in, out across the 45, taken down at the 46. Good cut there from 25, picking up enough for a 1st down.
Wow, what he does so well is when he makes a burst to the outside and he's got somebody pretty much pursuing him, he can make that jump cut literally and jump right in front of him and get that extra yardage. And that time, perfect job of doing that and a big 1st down for Siena Heights.
Some Neck with 2 receivers left now. Takes, gives. That's Davis pushing his way forward for a gain of about 4.5 inside Cardinals territory to the 49-yard line.
I think that might be Jared Jordan getting...
Jared Jordan, excuse me.
Yeah, Davis a little bit of a blow, and Jordan last week got the start at running back for Davis and did a pretty solid job.
2nd down and 5.
Offensive line's getting some good push here, Chris, on this 2nd drive.
2nd down, about 5 here. Neck takes, gives it to Jordan. With a head of steam out across the 45. They'll spot him right there. Bring up 3rd and about 1.
Yeah, just under a yard looks like. And again, our offensive line doing a really good job of getting the push up front.
3rd down and a short 1.
Jared Jordan stays in.
Free play.
Next going to go over the top because he knows it. Looking, it's going to get picked off, but it's going to come back. Coming the other way.
Next pass is intercepted by number 32, Tim Kohler.
Are we not going to get a penalty on this obvious offside call?
Wow. So they're going to say that is an interception.
You had 3 linemen for Concordia jump offside there, Chris, and no flag. And that's why I think Neck threw that ball.
I mean, he threw it into triple coverage.
Yeah. That's unexcusable. That's just a horrible
Deontay
call.
Rush, and
how do you miss that?
I'm stunned that there's no flag.
You had 3 players jump offside on that.
I'm trying to find Matt Cohen on the sideline. I can't imagine he's too happy. So either way, Saints defense back out on the field. Concordia with the ball. It's a give to Connor out right.
13, Joe Connor on the carry.
Yeah, I'm
Gain
still
of about 4. I'm just confused as to I'd love to hear the rationale for not throwing the flag. There were 2 or 3 Cardinal players in the neutral zone by the time the ball was snapped.
Yeah, it was 3rd and less than a yard, and Necht wasn't gonna throw that ball.
It certainly was not the play.
No, absolutely not.
Engel takes, giving it to Connor running right.
13, Joe Connor.
Picking up maybe a yard out to the 45.
Jeremiah Davis.
Brings up 3rd down about 4.
And Nick Stallworth on the stop.
Jeremiah Davis and Nick Stallworth in on the tackle for this Saints D. And this is a big play.
Make some noise. 3rd and 4.
Yeah, we got to get them off the field here again, putting our defense kind of in a pinch and the quick turnaround on that interception.
Engel trying to draw the Saints off sides. Nothing doing. It's a direct snap to Connor. Saints able to. Nope, they're going to say he got it. Picking up enough for a 1st down. Wow.
Yeah, nifty little play there. Quarterback walks away from the huddle looking like he's getting a sign, and they snap it right to Connor. He gets enough yardage to get a key 1st down there.
Before he picked up a Cardinal 1st down.
So inside the 40 now to the 39 for the Cardinals. It's 1st and 10 from there. Engel takes. Giving it to Connor running left. Tackled. Check that. That's Omar Sinclair on the tackle. Taken down by Andrew McGaughey and Griffin Sobel.
2nd down and 10.
Yeah, Concordia, pretty much a ground team. They've thrown a couple times today, but they're going to stick to what's been working for them.
Engel with 3 receivers right. Sinclair is his back. Play clock at 8. Engel takes. Looking, throwing. It's going to be caught.
Roger Ingalls
Inside the 35 to the 34. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 5.
Davis on the stop. 3rd down and 5.
Yeah, Engel looks like one of those game managers. Doesn't have a real strong arm, but seems to know where to put the football and manages to run that offense quite well.
They send Connor out wide. Engel takes, looking, throwing his way. It's going to be caught and then taken out of bounds. I think he's short.
Whoa, where did they give him that spot? Wow, that's a really good spot. That's a really good spot.
It looked like he was out at about the 31 maybe yard line. They spotted it inside the 30. They're going to go right to the line.
He didn't get...
On a second push and a spin. Engel gets enough for a 1st down. But that spot was also questionable.
Yeah, he looked like he was out of bounds.
He was about a half a yard short, but it looked like he was out of bounds at about the 31.
Yeah, 2 yards they gave him on that spot. So we're not getting the break so far in this game. But I guess we're going to have to make our own.
Just looking at this drive, the non-flag.
Yeah, the drive that should not be.
This is just.
We had 2 people going.
And now no flag.
No flag. There should be.
Wow. Engel takes, gives Connor up the middle, nothing there. Pick up maybe 2.
13, Joe Connor, the ball carrier. Nick Stallworth and Isaiah Newsom on the stop.
Yeah, Siena's defense continue to rotate people in and out very quickly, trying to keep people fresh. As Concordia has really controlled the football most of the first
Saints
quarter.
with a late substitution. Able to get him in. Cohen Canner in the game. Engel's going to keep it. He's going to get sacked, and now we got a flag. Taken down for a big loss at the 33-yard line. I imagine it's going to be a hold.
Looked like maybe even a broken play there because Engel didn't really know what he was doing with the football.
So Concordia will get called on the hold.
Chris, I might turn this down.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like that's what they're going to do.
Hold 8. Offense, number 3. That penalty's declined.
So the Saints will decline the hold on Roderick Daly, the receiver out of Detroit.
3rd and 15.
When you're 5'9", 171 against some of these guys on the outside for the Saints, it might make sense why you hold.
Our defense looks a little confused out there, Chris. A lot of looking to the sideline, trying to find the coverage.
Engel tried the hard count. Saints weren't biting. He's back in the pistol. Engel takes. Looking to throw. Stepping back, going to get pressured. He's going to bail right. Throwing on the run. It's going to be caught to the 25. Trying to cut back and then taken down at the 22-yard line there. It's going to be short of the first down.
Engel's pass complete to 88.
And Devontae Collins Anderson came up and greeted that receiver from the backside on that play. Big hit.
And it looks like they're going to keep the offense on the field here.
Yeah, almost really hard to kick a field goal in today's conditions.
The Cardinals need 4 yards. Here come the Saints. Engel getting hit as he thrown into the end zone. It's going to be caught. Incomplete. They're going to say he was out of bounds.
Incomplete. He's out of bounds.
But it was close.
It was really close.
The Saints D stands tall, and the Saints take
That's a
over.
big stop here for this Saints D.
Yeah, DeSalle.
After, like you said, a drive that shouldn't exist.
DeSalle pulled that in right in the backside of the end zone, and as he caught it, his left foot stepped on that white line. Another half a foot, and we might have had a touchdown there. So really well-thrown ball for the conditions and great catch. Just couldn't keep his feet in, and, boy, we dodged a bullet there, Chris.
So just 11 seconds to go in the first quarter. Saints trail at 7-0. They're back on offense at their own 22. Neck with 3 receivers right. Takes, gives. That's Davis running right with some room out across the 25, cutting it back in to the 30. Big gain there of about 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 on the other side as we end the first quarter. We'll step aside, take a break. Saints trail at 7-0. You're listening to Siena Heights Saints football on 103.9 WLEN and WLEN.com. Second quarter, Saints down 7-0. They're looking at 2nd and 2 from their own 30-yard line. Doug Goodnow, Chris Renwick with you this afternoon. Good to have you aboard. Yes, happy birthday to our Marine soldiers, our Marine veterans. It's the, oh boy, I don't want to say it, but it's the 243rd birthday maybe?
Okay.
Does that sound about right?
Sounds right to me.
I think so. They're very old.
Very
An
old.
accomplished bunch. Thank you for your service out there as we also celebrate Veterans Day this weekend. Looks like they'll pick up a couple. Might have got back to the line of scrimmage. They're going to say actually lost a couple yards.
Yeah, Davis that time tried to go around right end, just didn't find any room. So we're looking at third and about 6 here, Chris.
3rd and 5.
They officially call it 3rd and 5, so a loss of 3. So Neck with 3 receivers left. Takes. Gives to Davis, running right with a bit of a room. 30. cutting it out to the 35. I think he got enough for a first down. He did.
Darius Davis, the ball carrier. 32, Tim Kohler, and 6.
Yeah, nice job by Davis picking up a really key first down. And Siena Heights moving the ball on the ground pretty good. We just got to keep things sustained, and let's see if we can break a big one here.
A ball at the 36-yard line for Knecht, who gives Davis. He'll pick up a yard out to the 37, and that's it. He's going to tap out. Jared Jordan checks in.
Darius Davis, the ball carrier.
Yeah, we need to mix in a passing play every once in a while here. Tyler Knecht, the redshirt freshman quarterback, needs to be able to move the football a little bit through the air. Give our ground game a little bit of rest because Concordia is really moving up the line of scrimmage with their defensive front.
Knecht throwing out. What a catch there by Adam Glanders! Boy, if that's not shades of Odell Beckham Jr., I don't know what is.
Adam Glanders Sr.
That's right.
One-handed grab across the middle, nonetheless, which is not exactly where you want to be as a receiver.
On the fingertips as Knecht they're going to give it to, nope, it's going to be a keeper there from Knecht, who dives forward for about a half a yard gain. Bring up second and a long 9.
Good play call there, though, on that pass play. Again, you want to keep Concordia on their heels a little bit and give them a threat of throwing the football. They're just going to keep moving up and inching up their linebackers and safeties in that run game.
And it was just a quick pattern across the middle. It was a little bit of a wide throw there from Knecht, but Glander's able to haul it in. Knecht looking. He's going to roll to his right, lowering his shoulder, pushing forward for a few more. He'll get inside Concordia territory at the 49-yard line, brings up third down.
And Knecht that time, pretty good-sized guy at 6'3", about 210, 215 pounds. Lowered his shoulder and got a couple extra yards in that play.
Saints need 6 for a first down here. It's third down. Ball spotted at the far hash, 2 receivers right, 2 left for Knecht. And now we've got a Concordia timeout. So they didn't like what they saw.
Timeout called by the Cardinals, their first of the half.
Saints will figure it out as well. 12:02 to go in the first half. Saints trail at 7-0. Important third down here.
50-50 ticket sales.
It's a big one. We'll come back. You're listening to Siena Heights Saints football on WLEN 96.5 and on WLEN. Two to go in the first half. Saints down 7-0. Looking at some important numbers from that first quarter. Saints only able to muster up 1 first down to Concordia 6 and are 0 for 2 on third down.
And time of possession, too. Concordia over 11 minutes. Siena Heights not even 4.
Knecht Concordia bringing some pressure. Runs right. Making a catch is Adam Glanders once again.
Next pass complete.
Good for a first down out to the 40.
Pushed out of bounds by number 3, Ryan.
Chris, I can't emphasize how cold it is down that field, and be able to pull in a cold football 2 times in a row for key first downs. That's what seniors do, and that's why he's stepping up for senior day.
Knecht right to the line. Giving it to Davis with a hole, out to the 30, 25, 20, 10, 5, ain't gonna catch him. Touchdown Saints, Darius Davis from 40 out.
Davis doing one of his little juke and jives through the hole there, and once he got out open, he had 2 safeties following him, and they weren't gonna catch him. Touchdown, Siena Heights.
What a big run there from the senior.
Exactly what we needed.
Heck of a block there from the left side of that line, too, to seal the edge. And Darius did the rest.
Brady Tangway on to attempt the extra point.
Now Brady's going to try to kick an extra point, and this side of the field was rough for him last week. Good snap, good hold, kicks up. That looks good, and it is. So with 11:42 to go, the Saints tie it up at 7. We'll step aside, take a break. You're listening to Siena Heights Saints football on WOEN 96.5 and on WOEN.com. Welcome back. Darius Davis making his mark on senior day. Going for 40 for Pater to tie it up at 7. And can't understand enough how big of a score that was.
Huge. You know, we looked a little bit tentative in this game and didn't get a couple things go our way, but Davis was exactly the answer we were looking for, and now we're back to basically 0-0 here to start midway through the second quarter.
Ball's kicked off, fielded at about the 17-yard line, running left, and then taken out of bounds, shy of the 35. They'll spot it at the 34-yard line. That's where the Cardinals will take over.
You know, both teams now have kind of settled in a little bit. Got a little bit of the adrenaline going, so I don't think probably the cold's affecting them too much at this point. Now it's just a battle of wills. See who's going to win those battles up front and make the plays. And it's been about even so far, but we'll see how the rest of this half looks, Chris.
So Engel back in the pistol. They're going to fake it. Wants to throw it. It's going to be caught. Close to a first down. They're going to say they're going to call it about 2 yards short. They'll spot it at the 42, gain of 8. That was a heck of a throw there from Engel.
Yeah, nice job. And right into the wind, too. Nice little kind of button turn-in pattern.
Engel takes, gives. That's Connor pushing his way near the midfield stripe. He'll get stopped at the 48. By Devontae Collins Anderson, Nick Stallworth in on the tackle there. That'll be enough for a first down, Cardinals.
Yeah, Connor, really good back. A little bit bigger, stronger than Darius Davis. Has a little bit more push on his runs.
Engel takes, gives, Connor back to the line of scrimmage, and then eaten up by that front.
Yeah, good job that time. Malik Edwards, I think, was in there to make that tackle.
Team up on the stop. No gain on the play brings up 2nd and 10.
So we're certainly rotating a lot of defensive linemen in and out in this first half here.
2nd down and 10 for the Cardinals. Engel in the pistol. Sends a man in motion left to right. Takes, gives. That's Connor up the middle with a head of steam. Taken down at the 35.
Connor, the ball carrier.
That's a gain of 7. Big 3rd and 3 here for the Saints D.
Yeah, Connor's definitely one of those fall forward type of guys. You have to really tackle him around the legs because you get him up top, he's going to keep driving you for a couple extra yards.
Under 10 to go here in the first half, all tied up at 7. Cardinals looking at a 3rd and 3 from the Saint 45. They stack 2 receivers right, 1 receiver left. Engel takes, gives to Connor up the middle. He'll get enough for a first down out to the 41.
13, Joe Connor, the ball carrier.
Again, that second effort. Got a couple yards and then got hit and got a couple more before he came down.
It's good for a Concordia first down.
He sends 3 receivers left. Ball spotted at the near hash mark. Engel takes. Fake it to Connor. Looking, throwing, wants to go deep, has a man, caught, no, incomplete, through the hands of his receiver.
Yeah, that was DeSalle again.
Incomplete, 23, Daquan Butler.
Daquan Butler, the safety,
2nd and 10.
in on coverage and making a big play there.
Yeah, right down the middle of the field. Great ball by Engel again. Great throw in these conditions. And DeSalle, the ball was there. He just couldn't haul it in. It looked like Butler definitely had an effect on that play. Just got enough to break it up. Thank goodness, because that would have been a touchdown.
They send one receiver in motion. Engel takes. The give. Up the middle is Sinclair.
Omar Sinclair on the carry.
That's going to bring up 3rd down.
31, Nick Stallworth.
Ball spotted at the, call it the 38.
3rd down and 7.
Closer to the 39 than the 38. I need about 7 here.
Yeah, Engel so far has looked pretty impressive throwing the football. We'll see what they dial up here on 3rd down.
3 receivers left. Engel takes. It's a design run. Saints sniff it out.
Roger Engel
Able to make the stop short of the 1st down.
99.
Out at the 36.
Number 12, Griffin Sobel on the stop. 4th down.
So 4th down here. Interesting call.
Yeah, Concordia. It's interesting they're going for it. Obviously, it's tough for a field goal, and punting, you may not get a good net if you hit it in the end zone, but you also potentially, if you don't get it, give the Saints a really good field position.
So ball to 36. Cardinals need 5. They send Dante DeSalle in motion. Taking, looking, throwing across the middle. It's going to be caught. Out across the 20 to the 15. Taken down at the 13-yard line. Good for a 1st down.
What do we got here? Looks like they're moving the ball back. Penalty.
I didn't see the flag come out.
Oh, wow.
On the offense, 2 minutes.
Wow. Talk about a huge play right there, Chris. I didn't see the flag on the field.
I didn't see the flag either, but they're going to move the ball back to the original line of scrimmage here.
Wow.
So it's going to be spotted at the 41-yard line of the Saints. And now the Cardinals are going to have to punt it away, and out comes Austin Kreider standing at his own 10-yard line.
Yeah, thank you very much. That penalty pretty much saved us from a 1st and... Oop, watch it.
Holding that snap for quite a while, and then it's going to trickle out of bounds at about the 16-yard line, and that's where the Saints will take over. You see that from time to time, but I haven't seen a punter hold the football that long.
No, he was holding the ball for at least 3 or 4 seconds there, and usually you kind of move around a little bit too, almost like rugby it, and he just was surveying the field, and Isaiah Newsom, the defensive lineman, almost blocked that. It was a weird play, but it is effective because he got the punt off and got us inside the 20.
So now Darius Davis and company back out on offense for the Saints. Neck will send a man in motion. That's Adam Glanders. Neck takes the give to Davis, running left and then taken down from behind. Heck of a tackle there for no gain. Tracked down from behind.
6, Reggie Thompson, 52, Jay Koski on the stop. No gain, 2nd and 10.
Bring up 2nd and 10 here for the Saints.
Yeah, Concordia's quarterback Engel's showing he can throw the football in these conditions. Our Mr. Necht for us is going to have to put the ball in the air here to help us move, because Concordia is certainly playing Mr. Davis closer and closer as this game progresses.
So 2nd and 10 here, ball at the 16-yard line. They send Glanders in motion, and now we've got a whistle. Saints will take a timeout. They'll talk it over. We'll take a timeout in the booth. 6:39 to go in the first half. All tied up at 7. You're listening to Siena Heights Saints football on WOEN 96.5 and on WOEN.com. Welcome back. 6:39 to go. All tied up at 7 here at Laughlin Stadium. Senior Day.
Also Military Appreciation Day. Thank all our veterans and active service members. There's a few of them here today.
2nd and 10. Neck takes. Fakes to Davis. Try to go over the top. Watch Adam Glanders. And then almost caught but dropped.
Next pass intended for number 9.
Yeah, Neck just didn't have enough juice on that football. If he would have let him a little bit more, that's a touchdown.
And Glanders almost pulled off another unbelievable catch. And that time couldn't hang on.
Yeah, just underthrown a bit, but really good route by Glanders, who looks like he's showing up today on Senior Day. He's having a great day so far and almost had an even better day if he would have made that catch.
So 3 receivers right now. Neck with Davis in the backfield. Takes, gives, Davis trying to find some space. Still spinning across the 20, cutting it back inside.
25.
He's going to be stopped short of the first down to the 24-yard line.
Alex hit Joseph with the stop.
And now the Saints are going to have to punt it away.
Yeah, Davis, wow, he looked like he was stopped after maybe a 1-yard gain. Did one of his patented spin moves there for another 4 or 5 yards and just couldn't get to that first down marker. But great effort by the senior Davis, who's, again, having a monster day so far on the ground for Siena Heights.
Caleb Meister to boot it away.
Wow.
Great punt. Going to be fielded on the backtrack at the 32-yard line. No flag. Here comes the flag finally. There was a block in the back on the far side.
Tell you what, give that play, though, the punter, Caleb Meister. That time, he pretty much drilled it. Got the turnover and got probably at least a 50-yard punt to drill him all the way back to the 30. And this penalty will move him back even more. So we talked about flipping the field and our advantage. That definitely helped. Yeah, that was the punt. That was maybe his best punt of the year in the circumstances that we're talking about.
I think he had the wind with him a bit. But, I mean, he got all of it.
Oh, he definitely flipped the field for us. And, again, another 10-yard penalty by Concordia will help us out even more.
10-yard walk-off takes it to the 23-yard line.
So now the ball will be spotted at the 23-yard line, and that's where the Cardinals will take over 1st and 10. And now this defense back out on the field. 5:34 to go. Saints all tied up at 7. It's a give to Connor, lowering the shoulder, pushing forward.
Joe Connor, the ball carrier.
Out to the 28-yard line.
Logan Smith and Jeremiah
It's like they'll spot it at the 29. Pickup of 5 or 6 there. Brings up 2nd and about 4. Engel in the pistol. Takes the high snap. Gives. That's Connor. Saints hit like a big tackle there. Guess who? Griffin Sobel in on the tackle.
Yeah, every time Connor's tried to bounce it out today, Siena Heights has been there, and actually Mr. Sobel's been the one using it.
It sounds like he's the one that's there most of the time.
Just that rangy outside linebacker, 6'3", 6'4", redshirt junior from Joliet, Illinois.
Engel sends Connor to his left. Takes the snap. Saints rush 4. Throwing. It's going to be incomplete. That has to go incomplete. That was a very low throw. We have a flag on the play.
Engel's pass is complete to number 11, Clay Colston.
So they're going to say that's a completed pass.
Yeah, you could almost see that ball bounce on the ground.
There is a flag on the far side. This looks like it's going to go against Concordia.
Legal man downfield.
Yeah.
Ineligible player downfield against the Cardinals.
Another break because I think they would have called that a completion, to be honest.
It looked like that's what they were going to call it. It was going to be a completion out to about the 37-yard line.
Penalty.
Yeah,
Takes the ball back to
the plays that have been, the drives that haven't been, like I said, we're getting a little bit of luck now. Now the luck's on our side because that would have been a first down play right there, and now Concordia's faced with another third down and long.
So third and about 11. The ball's at the 22. The Cardinals need the 33. Engel with two receivers left, two right. Takes, looking, getting pressured, going to roll left. He's got some room, but he's going to have to throw it. Wants to go down the field. Nobody's home. Incomplete. And the Cardinals are going to have to boot it away.
Incomplete in the Saint defense.
Yeah, Mr. Malik Edwards and Isaiah Newsom were chasing Mr. Engel down that sideline, and Engel looked like he had somebody open and just unleashed it and threw it out of bounds. So we're in pretty good position here, Chris. Just under 4 minutes before halftime, going to get the ball back, it looks like, around midfield. So we'll see what we can do here with this punt.
Andrew O'Hara to boot it away for the Cardinals. Austin Kreider back, standing at about his own 42-yard line. Takes a snap, kicks away. Big kick.
Good punt.
Kreider's going to have to go back and call for the fair catch inside the 40. At the 40, they'll call it the 43-yard line, and that's where the Saints will take over.
Yeah, good punt there by Andrew O'Hara, especially in these conditions. Again, punters showing up today on both sides.
So 3:39 to go in the first half. Saints and Cardinals all tied up at 7. Saints with 2 timeouts left. I got to imagine they're going to try to make a run here.
Yeah, it'd be nice to take
got
this
plenty of time.
Rest of the first half, do a nice long drive, and get a touchdown to go into the locker room with the lead. We're in good shape to do it.
Ball spotted at the far hash. They send 3 receivers left, necked in the pistol with Davis. The give, Davis running right with a hole. 40, go, 50, 45, 40, still on his feet, 35, 30, finally taken out of bounds. A big run from the senior on senior day.
Yeah, again, he bounced it outside, and once he got out there was nobody out there until a safety came all the way across the field to bring him down. Again, Davis, he's going to go out with literally a bang today. He's got probably pretty close to 100 yards already here in the first half.
Ball spotted at the 28. They go right to the line. Neck takes. Gives. That's Davis running left. They won't get anything there. Back to the line of scrimmage.
I would imagine Davis is a little winded after that long one. Jared Jordan coming in and giving him a breather, but he's earned that breather. He's had a huge first half.
So 2nd and 10 here for the Saints. Inside the Cardinals 30 at the 28.
Let's go back to Mr. Glanders.
Neck takes. Looking to throw. Going to dump it
nice
off Jared
play.
Jordan. Out across the 25. Sidestepping at the 20. Taken down at about the 28. We've got a flag after the play. It looks like they're going to spot him about a yard short. Saints need the 22. Looks like they're going to spot at the 21.
Yeah, I see. When a receiver puts his hands up, that usually means he probably did something wrong. They might have got him for a hold downfield. But we'll see.
Nobody looks overly excited about anything on the field at the moment. Though it is a hold here. Block in the back is actually the call.
Yeah, tip, if you committed a foul, don't put your hands up like you're
Right.
not guilty, because you probably are guilty.
That'll draw some attention to you, too. And we'll move the line of scrimmage back to the 30-yard line. Brings up 2nd and 12. Neck takes. Gives it. Jordan. Lowering the shoulders for about 2.
Jordan, the ball carrier.
Brings up a long 3rd down, 3rd and 10.
Just good old-fashioned power football there. Jordan just lowered his shoulder and followed his blocking and tried to get a couple. Looks like he got about 3 or 4 yards before they brought him down.
Yeah, so they're going to call it 3rd and about 8 here. They send 3 receivers right. That's the far side of the wide side of the field. Davis out there with Necht in the pistol. Takes. Looking.
Get rid of
Going to
it.
get pressured, and he's going to go down for a loss. Sacked back at the 30-yard line.
Scrambles out of the pocket. He's brought down by 7. Alex Hinjosa.
Well, now it's our turn to decide what we want to do. I'm guessing. Well, wow.
Guess who's coming out?
Going to go to the
Brady Tange.
senior place kicker.
The wind looks pretty calm at the moment.
Well,
Brady Tanguay on to attempt
you're a senior, right? Leaving it all on the field.
That's right.
I know he's hit a 51-yarder this year, so
Yep,
he's
that's
got the
his
range.
season long. It's about 46 here. Brady kicks up. Does it have the distance? It doesn't. No good.
Field goal is no good.
It just kind of stalled out at the end.
Take over.
So the Cardinals will take over at the 30.
1st and 10.
Yeah, a little bit of delay on the snap or the hold there, a little bit behind the holder, Wagner, and he still was able to get it down. Tanguay just couldn't put enough behind it to get it through the uprights.
There was a bit of a problem with the hold. Kind of was snapped into Aaron Wagner's.
Yeah, kind of almost behind him a little bit.
Yeah, and do almost like his to his midsection.
Well, if we can get out of here tied at halftime, I think I would say we're in pretty good shape. But they still have 2 timeouts and 54 seconds, so we'll see.
Engel takes, looking, throwing across the middle, almost intercepted off the face mask of Logan Smith.
3, Roderick Daly, incomplete.
Yeah, that time Smith was playing the receiver and not the football because it hit him right off, literally the face mask. But he's a linebacker; he's not supposed to catch those.
Would have been nice if he would have, though.
It would have been. Don't get me wrong, but that's not usually the expectation.
That's the truth. Ball spotted at the 30, 2nd and 10. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Angle in the pistol, takes. They're going to give it up the middle. That's Connor on the carry. Pick up 2. Bring up 3rd and 8.
You know, Siena, they got 2 timeouts left.
Yeah.
I might use a couple here and make them try to punt the ball back to us with some time left. Yep.
And that's exactly what head coach Matt Cohn's going to do. So 32 seconds left. Cardinals looking at a 3rd and 8 at their own 32-yard line, all tied up at 7. We'll take a break. You're listening to Siena Heights Saints football on WLEN 96.5 and on WLEN. All right, welcome back. 32 seconds to go in the first half, all tied up at 7. The Cardinals looking at a 3rd and 8 at their own 32-yard line.
One of those things where I think if Concordia picks the first down up, you let them run the clock out or let them use their timeouts. But if we can get a stop here, I'd call another quick one and make them punt to us.
The Saints have 1 more timeout remaining in the half. Engel in the shotgun. 3 receivers left, 2 right. Takes. Stepping back, he's going to have to bail because he's got pressure. It's going to be caught out across the 40. Good for a first down. Still on his feet. Out shy of the 45 to Clay Colston from Hastings, Michigan.
And picks up a Cardinal first down.
So big first down there for Concordia.
Kind of almost like a misdirection pass across the middle, and Colston brought it down and gives Concordia first down in 28 seconds still. They still have those 2 timeouts, so we'll see what they have dialed up here.
2 receivers left, 2 right. Connor in the backfield. Engel takes, looking, throwing. Wants the far side or the near side. It's going to be caught by Dante DeSalle. the Nashville native.
Territory steps out of bounds at the
That's
48
inside
yard
St.
line.
territory at the 48. A yard shy of the first down brings up 2nd and 1 for Concordia.
Looking at Concordia's stats, their place kicker, I believe, is 6 of 10 on the year, has a long of about 33 yards. So it doesn't look like they have a lot of range on their field goals. So if they were to get this far, they'd have to get it probably in the neighborhood of the 15, 20-yard line to have a field goal chance.
Engel in the pistol with Connor. Takes, looking, throwing. He's going to dump it off to Connor, who's going to drop it.
Thank you.
Engel's pass intended for
Griffin
13,
Sobel was bearing down.
Incomplete. 3rd down and a yard.
And it just hit Connor right in the hands, and he fell right through. 20 seconds to go in the first half. All tied up at 7.
Yeah, Griffin is as good a defender as we have, but I wouldn't want that one-on-one matchup with Connor because he's quite a back, and that could have been some big yardage there if he pulls that in.
There's certainly a mismatch there.
Still got to get a first down here. It's 3rd down.
3rd down and 1. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Connor in the backfield. Engel takes, he wants to throw. He's going to dump it off to Connor, who's going to pick up a first down.
Engel's pass is
Finally taken out of bounds.
Logan Smith took him out of bounds at the 39-yard line.
Spot him at the 39. So it'll be 1st and 10 from there, 15 seconds to go.
Cardinals.
Yeah, if you're Siena Heights defense, you want to keep everybody in front of you. Don't give up any big plays. Again, they got to get the ball down to at least probably the 20 to have a legit field goal chance. And with 15 seconds, they're throwing the football. They probably got maximum of 2 really good plays before a field goal chance.
Engel goes empty set. They send 2 receivers right, 3 left. Takes, wants to throw, getting pressured. He's going to bail left, looking to throw. He's got a man, overthrows it.
Engel's pass intended for 5. Brandon Beer.
Looking for Brandon Beer, but
2nd and 10.
guess who's in coverage? Griffin Sobel.
Yeah, important part about that play, it took a little more time than usual. It took 7 seconds off the clock. So with 8 seconds left, you've got maybe 2 more plays left or 1 big play and then a field goal try.
Cardinals to the line. Engel with Connor in the backfield. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Takes. Wants to throw. Getting pressured. Throwing it out of bounds. Good pressure there from Jared Whited.
Engel's pass is incomplete. 3rd down and 10.
The clock stops with 3 seconds to go now. You're looking at just throw into the end zone.
Yeah, I don't know if we have a hands team or we have some people, some rangy people we can put back there, maybe some receivers like a Glanders or somebody, but I wouldn't be surprised if Mr. Engel took a shot at the end zone here.
Well, you couldn't have Glanders out there at the moment because Isaiah Newsom is out there. They both wear the number 9. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout, talk it over.
Timeout taken by Siena Heights.
We'll take a break. And we'll keep it here
That's their final timeout.
with just 3 seconds to go. Ball spotted at the 40, so you're looking at, it's kind of a Hail Mary toss here.
Yeah, I mean, if we can get through this play and get into halftime, if I'm Coach Matt Cohn, I'm feeling pretty good about this first half. Concordia controlled most of the first quarter, just like in past games, though we responded and battled back, and 2 even teams that are playing pretty much even football at this moment. So hopefully we can make a play here and get into halftime tied.
Outside a couple of big plays, it's been a pretty even game.
Absolutely.
A couple of big penalties or missed penalties.
You can tell 2 well-coached football teams, 2 great ground attacks, both making some plays. I mean, again, this is, in essence, a playoff game for both. So they got a lot to play for, and it's senior day for us, but certainly for Concordia, it's senior day for them, just not officially. There's a lot of people out there playing for pride, knowing this may be the last time they have a helmet on for their alma mater.
So now they'll play a bit of a prevent look here, giving these receivers lots of cushion as Engel's got to be flushed out. He's going to throw it down the field. It's going to be incomplete. Looking for Connor. And it falls incomplete. We go to halftime, all tied up at 7. So no harm, no foul there. Of course, the Siena Heights University football halftime show is brought to you, as always, by D&P Communications. Now, whether you're an existing client or you're looking for information on services in your area, D&P wants to be sure our communities are getting the very best in TV, voice, and internet services available. Welcome back, getting you ready for second half action. Of course, the Siena Heights University Football Halftime Show is brought to you by D&P Communications. With D&P Communications, you can watch TV on your PCs, your laptops, iPads, iPhones, and Android phones. So go to Watch TV Everywhere to sign up using your D&P account, or for more information, visit them online at D&P Communications. D&P Communications, superior service, exceptional results. Keep that ground game going. Keep feeding the ball to Davis, and let's get Tyler Necht involved a little bit, huh?
Yeah, passing game. We gotta throw the football a little bit, and we only completed 2 passes in that first half. I know the weather conditions aren't great, but we got to have a little bit of balance in that offense because Concordia's coaches at halftime said we're going to stop Mr. Davis if we have to put 8-9 people in that box. So, Mr. Necht, this is time for you to step up and make some plays and. You're not a redshirt freshman anymore, really, at this point.
Yeah, really you're not. And I think, but with that being said, there's still a lot of things that are going to come with more games under your belt. The more adversity you face, the more time that you've got that helmet on in real game action, things are going to come to you. But you got to step up in big games.
Yeah, and
if you're the starting quarterback, you got to play.
We've been through the wars. We've been through the St. Francis's and Marions, so. Yeah. This is just another one in the progression of those kind of games.
Yep, no doubt about it. Well, now we're getting a little windy here as the ball falls off its tee.
Yeah, picked up a little bit. It was a little calmer right before half, but
yeah. And this one's kind of blowing right into the face.
Looks like we'll have the wind a little bit for the third quarter. We need to use it.
What a kick. Fielded at about the 5-yard line. Here comes Tim Brown. Out across the 20, 25. Taken down short of the 30. We've got flags galore. They'll spot him at the 29 for now. They came in from all different directions, which is interesting.
Yeah, probably not good for us. Probably a hold or a legal block, but the only other thing would be a face mask.
31, Max Wood.
Return to stop 21.
So it is a block in the back here for the Saints.
Block in the back against the Saints.
I don't know how you can get a block in the back on a kickoff. That's one thing that kind of puzzles me a bit.
Yeah.
You got somebody running at you. How would you be able to block him in the back?
Well, it's got to be one of the up men who are, standing more towards midfield who come back to make a block, but just things you got to be cognizant of.
Yeah.
So Necht with 3 receivers left. Davis flanking him to his left. Ball spot at the far hash. Moves Davis to the back. Pistol formation. Takes. Gives. That's Davis. Bouncing it out right. Trying to make some moves. He'll pick up a couple out to the 23-yard line. Pick up a 2, bring up 2nd and 8.
Davis has such great vision. That play was meant to be between the tackles, and once he sees there's nothing there, he's able to bounce it out and get 3 or 4 yards instead of maybe getting stopped for no gain at the line of scrimmage. That's what makes him such a special back, is that vision.
Necht takes, looking to throw. Stepping up in the pocket, he's got a man. Throwing, it's going to be caught. Deontay Rush into Cardinal territory.
Tyler Necht's pass is complete to number 4.
They're going to spot him at the 40.
Deontay Rush.
What a ball there.
Rush that time, hauled it in between 2 defenders, DeJuan Thomas, the cornerback, and Ryan Fish, the safety. That was a really tough catch, but a huge catch for Siena Heights.
Necht takes. They're going to give it. Davis running left. He's going to cut back right. And he's going to lose yards. He'll lose really only about 1. Looked like he was going to lose about 4 or 5. There was a ton of pressure coming up the middle.
But that's what Concordia is going to focus on. They're going to focus on Mr. Davis. That's why it's important for Necht to hit on that long pass here. Start the second half. You're keeping that secondary honest so they don't creep up and help in run support.
13:30. We're all tied up at 7. Necht wants to go deep again. Looking, throwing, incomplete. Just overthrew Damon Wright.
Tyler, next pass intended for number
Boy, they want to push the ball down the field now.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. You know, just overthrew him a bit, but a good throw. Tarek DeLu in coverage there, pretty good coverage on rush. But I like that they're taking shots down the field and, again, stretching that defense. So that gives Mr. Davis a chance to run a little bit.
So Neck sends 3 receivers right. Davis in the backfield. They send Glanders in motion. Neck takes. He wants to throw. Stepping up. He's going to bail left. He's got some pressure. Still on his feet. He's going to get hit out of bounds.
With the quarterback keeper.
He'll pick up 5 out to the 37.
By 52, Jay Koski.
Yeah, I think I would punt here.
And now with the ball at the 37, that's exactly what they're going to do.
Yeah.
Good to the 37-yard
This would be the
line.
all
Pulling Meester out to bunt it away.
coffin corner, the old Ray Guy specialty back in the 70s.
Such an art. You know, I used to be very good at the coffin corner.
You were the coffin corner?
On Madden.
Oh, on Madden. Okay. Well, I didn't know they even punted in Madden.
Well, yeah. Good punt here. It's going to take a
Nice.
Cardinal bounce right at the 10-yard line. Hop up to about, we'll spot it at the 12. Great punt there from Meester.
Punt down by number
Yeah, good decision there by the Saints, I think, to punt that football and give Concordia a little bit of a hole to dig out of here. Because, again, this weather conditions, field position is key. And
Now, how does this type of cold affect the game, affect the guys on the field?
just gripping the football, especially, the quarterback, you just don't have enough zip. I played baseball in this kind of weather. And
that's brutal.
You're wearing leather. You're wearing layers of clothing, so you don't have really the flexibility you normally would have either in these conditions. But once you get the adrenaline flowing, it's not too bad.
Under 12 and a half to go in the third. All tied up at 7. Engel takes. Wants to throw. Throwing. Got a man. Caught. And then close quickly there. Trevon Claiborne. They're going to call it incomplete. Claiborne read it beautifully and able to force an incompletion.
Yeah, Dante DeSalle looked like he came down with that, and Claiborne hit him right after he caught the football and caused that incompletion. So good, really tight coverage there by Claiborne. That's what he does best.
That's a tough corner spot when you're the field corner. You got a lot of space to cover. Engel pull it back and throw it over the middle. It's going to be caught out across the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Complete to 3, Roderick Daly. Griffin Sobel with the stop.
Taken down there by Griffin Sobel.
Pickup of 8.
Both teams coming out throwing the football a little bit more at the start of the second half, so making some adjustments here in the third quarter.
So 3rd and 2.
I would say Mr. Connor, about a 95% probability he's going to get the football here.
That's a good bet. Engel takes, gives to Connor, up the middle with a hole, out across the 30, 35, 40, into open field, 50, 45, finally taken down
13, Joe
at the
Connor.
41-yard line.
Down by number 23, Daquan Butler.
We've got a Saint down.
Gains good into Saint territory to the 41-yard line.
I don't know who that is.
First down, Concordia. We do have timeout for an injured Saints.
Yeah, that time we were pushing the line of scrimmage, and once Connor broke through that initial line, he had a clear path, and thankfully our secondary ran him down, but not before he had a really big chunky yardage, and we stopped him at the 41-yard line.
Well, the Saints tend to an injured player. We'll step aside, take a break. 11:32 to go in the third. All tied up at 7. You're listening to Siena Heights Saints football on 103.9 WLEN, 96.5 in WLEN. Pickup to Connor in the middle and a keeper to Rogers Daly.
Yeah, nifty little option play there off the fake to Connor. Got some big yardage on the outside before Marquise Goodman tracked him down at the 25-yard line.
So it's a big first down here for Concordia. Ball spotted at the 25. Engel sends a man in motion right to left. Takes. Fake it, he's going to throw. Stepping in. Wants to go to the end zone, and it's going to be batted away. Good play there from Jeremiah Davis. Dangerous ball into double coverage. Daquan Butler was there too. It falls incomplete.
Yeah, good double coverage there. Butler, the safety, was in the receiver's face, doing a little bit of a hand play there, but they called it incidental, and Davis was there to clean up the rest of it. A little note there, Connor, the running back, went off on that last play on that fake. He was limping, and he's over on the sideline getting looked at, so it's a big loss for Concordia.
Omar Sinclair on the game at running back. Going to be caught up the middle. That's going to be Parker Graham, the backup quarterback from Livonia, 6'1", 197 on the quarterback keeper.
Gain is good to the 17-yard line. It'll bring up third down.
I don't know if something happened to Engel or if they're just doing a little bit of a change of pace here with the running quarterback.
Yeah, Parker Graham is going to stay in the game.
I'd watch for him to
It was a
keep it again.
gain of about 8, brings up 3rd and 2. Big third down here, Graham. He is going to keep it. Up the middle, he's going to get stuffed about a yard short. They needed the 20. They needed the 15, rather, excuse me.
Yard gain on the play.
They only get 1. So now 4th and 1, and the Cardinals are going to go for it.
Yeah, without Connor out there, definitely interesting. They don't have their go-to back, and I would guess maybe another quarterback keeper here. We'll watch what they do.
Graham in the pistol.
Yeah.
Trying the hard count, nothing doing. Play clock at 7. Graham gets it off.
Get out
Design
there.
run
Get
to the
out
left. Boy, I don't know. It was close. Looks like they're going to mark it at the 15.
I think they got it.
I think they got it too. Looks like they're inside the 15. Well, the near official is saying he's inside. Now he backs out to the 15. So it really is going to just depend.
Ooh, they're going to measure.
It's really just going to depend on where that first down marker is. Because it looks like from here it's right on the 15.
Yeah, we're at a little bit of an angle, so it's tough to tell, but obviously they can't tell, and they're going to bring out the chains. Boy, it'd be nice if we could get a stop
Cohen
here.
Canner is hot about something, and Trevon Claiborne just came by to pull him back, and they're going to say it's a first down.
Yeah, he looked like he got to the 15.
Yeah, I think so too.
It
was just tough to see if that marker was really right at the 15. Or maybe a little inside, but either way, it's first down Cardinals.
Yeah, I see Engel's back, and also Connor is back in the Concordia backfield, so
just a wrinkle then. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Engel and Connor in the backfield. Engel takes. Gives to Connor up the middle, trying to make something happen. He picks up a couple.
13, Joe Connor.
He'll get out to the 11. That's a 4-yard gain. Bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, interesting call there, deciding to go for 4th and 1. They certainly were in field goal territory, so maybe that tells you a little bit about what the confidence they have in their field goal kicker that they decided to go for it down here.
And points are going to be at a premium this second half. Engel with 3 receivers right. He's going to try the hard count, nothing. $8:30 to go, all tied up at 7. Engel takes, high snap, able to corral it. He's going to run left. Snuffed out there by Nick Stallworth. They'll pick up 1 out to the 10. That brings up 2nd and 5, rather 3rd and 5.
Yeah, almost disaster there for Concordia. High snap. Engel had to reach up with his left hand to pull that one in, and was able to get just a bit before Stallworth pushed him to the sideline.
He's had a couple high snaps that he's had to corral today.
Watch Mr. Connor.
Angle, another high snap. Takes, gives to Connor up the middle. Looks like he's going to be a yard short out to the 6-yard line.
Well, you know what they're doing. If they went for 4th and 1 at the 16, they're definitely going to do it at the 6. Or maybe not.
Looks like they're going to send out a field goal unit.
Wow.
Well, they just needed to get him a little closer.
Okay, well.
So Ross O'Brien in to attempt this field goal.
Almost an extra point.
Yeah. Play clock's at 5. Snap, hold. Kick is blocked!
Just let it go.
Back of the end zone, exactly. Let it go. Good play there.
All right.
Was that Isaiah Newsom who got a hand on it?
Sure looks like that. He's claiming it. He's claiming it as his own, so we'll take it. Senior defensive tackle getting his hand up and making that block, and wow, we dodge another bullet there, Chris.
Seems very fitting that a senior on this defensive unit makes a big play today. It's just seems right.
Yeah, we'll get the ball, looks like at the 20. So here's where our offense needs to step up. Again, I think, this is going to be a one-score game, and if we can get a lead here and let our defense go to work, I think we're in pretty good shape. But need to mount something right here.
So 1st and 10 from the 20. Now you get the flag.
Penalty markers prior to the snap.
Defense number 91, 5 yards.
That's Nick Edney.
5-yard offside against Concordia.
Jumping too quick.
1st and 5, Saints.
That brings up 1st and 5 now for the Saints.
Yeah, our defense, once again, weathered the storm. Gave up some yardage and a long drive, but was able to come away with no points.
Looking, throwing across the middle. It's going to be caught. Good ball there from Neck to Damon Wright. Good for a 1st down out to the 38-yard line.
Really good play call there. Nice short, quick pass to Wright for his first reception of the day.
Neck with Davis in the backfield, 3 receivers right. Saints moving right to left on your dial. Neck takes. Looking, throwing. It's going to be incomplete. Boy, dangerous pass there to Damon Wright.
Next pass intended for 1, Damon Wright Jr.
Yeah, Mr. Neck left Wright out there to dry, and number 28, the cornerback, Tarek DeLue, came up and gave him a pretty good pop.
Yeah, he was coming in like a missile.
Got to get that ball out there a little quicker.
A little quicker. 6:32 to go, all tied up at 7. 3rd quarter action. Neck takes, gives, Davis.
Oh, nice cut.
My goodness gracious.
25, Darius Davis.
It's a gain of 3, but
tackle by 3.
It's fun to watch.
Oh my goodness gracious! It's that initial move that he's got.
Looks like we got
Now
maybe
there's a flag.
Some after the play shenanigans going on. I don't know who they're going to call it on.
Should be some offsetting calls.
A game like this, is just you got to keep your cool.
Nope, they're going to move him back.
Hands to the face. Offense number 4.
So they'll get Deontay Rush on an illegal hands to the face.
Hands to the face to call against
Yeah,
the Saints. Takes the ball.
Got to keep our composure in these games. Those penalties are just drive killers, Chris.
Second down and 23.
So you're looking at 2nd and 23 here. Saints send Glanders in motion. It's a give to Davis, trying to find the corner. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe pick up a yard.
Davis, the ball carrier, taken out of bounds by number 3, Ryan Fish.
Both these defenses very similar.
Yeah, they run to the football and definitely play the run pretty strong, although the 2 backs today both have had pretty good days. And they're gonna get their yardage because they're just too good to be able to bottle in and contain the entire football game. I don't know. We do 3rd and 21 here,
Yeah,
but
3rd and 21. Neck takes. They're going to give it. Looks like that's Jared Jordan bouncing it out to the right.
Jared Jordan, the ball carrier.
He'll pick up a few more, but not nearly enough for a first down. And on comes the punt unit.
Prince Alex Iola and Reggie
yeah,
Thompson
that
on
penalty really killed that drive there.
22.
That 15-yarder on rush. So hopefully Mr. Meester will
Caleb Meister in punt formation.
hit another good punt here and give us some field position back.
Brennan Beard drops deep to return the kick.
Good snap, got to get it off. Boy, that was close. It's going to go out of bounds at about the 42-yard line. They'll spot it at the 45, and that's where the Cardinals will take over.
Yeah, looks like he got it off the side of his foot there.
Meister's kick goes out of bounds.
Didn't get the drive he wanted, but now it's up to our defense again to keep the score tied.
For the 50-50 drawing.
0, 1, 7, 8, 6.
Well, it's a cold day today, but this is an important game, obviously, with Senior Day, with Military Appreciation Day, and there are some things on the line that could play themselves out over the next week, over really this weekend. As Engel takes, he's going to throw it. It's going to be caught in the flat, taken down.
Engel's pass is complete to number 88, Dante DeSalle.
That was number 39, Andrew McGaughey, the freshman safety, making the play.
Sobel out there too. I said Concordia is mixing up a little bit more with the pass here in the second half, especially on first down.
Engel, he's going to throw this one, going right, looking. It's going to be, nearly intercepted. Looked like that was almost picked off by Daquan Butler. He had a beat on it, but couldn't haul it in.
I think he
brings up 3rd down.
I think he kind of jumped when he really didn't have to, and that kind of affected that reception. But yeah, it was right there for him for the picking, and he just couldn't haul it in. But the good news is leaves Concordia with 3rd and long.
So 3 receivers left, 2 right. Engel in the empty set, takes, looking, getting pressured. He's going to have to throw it. It's going to be incomplete. Jeremiah Davis in coverage.
For 11, Clay Colston is incomplete. 4th down.
And that brings up 4th down. The Cardinals are going to punt it away.
Yeah, I really give credit there to Isaiah Newsome, the defensive tackle, putting pressure on Engel. He had to throw off his back foot and just basically threw it over the head of the receiver to force a 4th down. So, again, 2 heavyweights just exchanging punches, but no knockouts right now.
Good punt here. Austin Kreider calling for the fair catch. It's going to be dropped, and I think he hopped on top of it. Wow, that was dangerous. Yeah, Saints are going to keep control of it. Holy smokes. It just fell right through his arms, but he was able to hop on top of it.
Yeah, talking about
crisis averted.
Crisis averted is right. Holy cow! He had a guy right in his face there, and once that ball hit the ground, it was just a race to see who could get it first.
So ball spotted at the 23-yard line.
It'll be 1st and 10 Saints from their own 23-yard line.
I feel good about this drive. I think we're going to score here. Call it a gut feeling.
I like that. They'll get a call from the sideline. He wants it quicker. Davis is saying the same thing. Play clock at 3. Neck takes. Faking it to Davis. Wants to throw. Does.
Got him.
He's got him in. That's Adam Glanders. It's going to be caught out across the 35, 30. Taken down at the 28-yard line. Good play from 5 to 9.
Yeah, they're taking some shots against this Concordia defense. They're stopping the run, so what do? You go deep on them, and that time Glanders really got behind both the secondary and the cornerback for a huge reception.
First down.
So Neck needs a new call. Looks to the sideline to get it. He gets it. He's got Davis, and he gives it to him. Running right with a hole. Oh, it closed quick. They pick up a 4 out to the 23-yard line. Bring up 2nd and 6.
Yeah, we got a little rhythm going here. I think Neck is definitely feeling it a little bit, and we'll see if we can keep moving here as we get to the red zone.
So play clock at 15 here. It's 2nd and 6. Neck with 3 receivers right. Davis in the backfield. Fakes to Davis. Wants to throw. Looking for somewhere to go. He's going to roll left, and then he's going to run for it. Try to pick up a couple yards. He got smoked at the end.
I'll tell you what.
I think he got back to the line of scrimmage.
Really close to a personal foul there on that tackle. A defender came in late and hit him up top. Lowered his helmet just a bit, but they didn't call it. But it was pretty close.
Brings up 3rd down and 6.
So now 3rd and 6. And there was just nowhere to go with that ball. As
I'm going back to Glanders if I'm.
Yeah, I mean, he's having the day.
He's been open all day, and Neck seems to have a really good connection with him.
3 receivers right. Neck takes. Gives. That's Davis. Running. Stretching. He'll get to the 20. He's about 3 yards short. And now here comes Brady. And we were watching him warming up for the second half, and he looked pretty good from even further out.
Yeah, this is definitely in his range, and he hit the one in the first half pretty good. He just didn't have enough distance. If he can hit it straight.
And he's got the wind. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up.
He's got it.
That looks good. And it is! Brady coming up big on senior day. 1:26 to go. The Saints take a 10-7 lead. We'll take a break. You're listening to Siena Heights Saints football on WLEN 96.5 and on WLEN.com. Back. 1:26 to go. Saints take a 10-7 lead. And Doug, you need to play the lottery or something tonight.
Well, I said
holy smokes!
I was hoping for a 7-point score, but I'll take the 3-point.
Well, to be fair, you didn't specify, so that's the good news.
Well, I never, you never.
That's right.
Never want to overpromise,
right? Exactly. Either way, we'll take the points in the lead. Just $1:26 to go in the third. Saints up 10-7. Brock Quinlan to boot it away.
Good kick.
Good kick.
Really
going to
good
be
kick.
fielded at the 11-yard line, coming the other way. Out across the 20, 25, 30. Finally taken out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. They'll give them the 37, and that's where the Cardinals will take over. The Saints D back out on the field.
Yeah, good return there by Sinclair. And we're getting into the nitty-gritty here, late in third quarter. Both teams have held up at least their defensive side, really stingy defenses. And it's, again, going to come down to this fourth quarter here, it looks like, and which team's wants it more.
So 1st and 10. Engel takes, gives to Connor. Nope, it's going to keep it, and he's in trouble. He's going down. Sacked. Nick Stallworth. Oh, my goodness.
For a loss by number 31, Nick Stallworth.
Yeah, that time Parker Graham, the quarterback, should have handed off to Connor because Connor had some room on the outside, but he decided to keep it. And thank you, Mr. Graham, because Stallworth was there for the tackle.
Check that, yes. Parker Graham in the game. But if it wasn't going to be Stallworth, it was going to be somebody else because he was in trouble. Graham takes, gives. That's Connor up the middle with a hole. Out across the 40, 50, 40, 30, 10. Into the end zone. Touchdown. Holy moly.
Number 13, Joe Connor.
Big hole up the middle.
1 yards for a Concordia touchdown.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, again, he broke that line of scrimmage, and there was nobody in the Siena Heights secondary. Just right down the field for the touchdown.
Ross O'Brien on for the point after attempt.
Might have been number 1, but it looked to me like he's gone. This kid's running back. He probably held up number 1.
Now the extra point attempt is up, and it looks good, and it is. So 33 seconds to go. Saints now trail at 14-10. We'll take a break. You're listening to Siena Heights Saints football on WLEN 96.5 and on WLEN.com. All right, welcome back. Nearing the end of the third quarter, Saints now trail at 14-7. High
Get up there.
kick. It's going to be fielded at about the 26-yard line. Come the other way, 30 out across the 35, and then finally taken down. See where they spot it at the 40. That's where the Saints are going to take over with just 28 seconds to go in the third.
Yeah, freshman linebacker Hayden Sluter on that return got it up the field and did a good job of getting us some good field position at the 40.
So let's see how the Saints answer here. Necked in the pistol with Davis and 3 receivers left. They want the call quicker. Next with 4 seconds on the play clock. I can get it off. He does. Fakes it. Goes to Adam Gliders. Cutting across the middle. It's going to be caught. That's good for a first down to the 49-yard line.
Yeah, Glanders has had the hot hand all day. I'd keep feeding him the football because right now he's getting open.
First down, Saints.
Saints right to the line. Neck stops to get the call. He's got 3 receivers left at the moment. And Davis in the backfield.
Looks like we're going to let the quarter run out.
Yeah, looks like it.
And that is the
All right, so that'll be the end of the third quarter. Saints now trail it 14-10 after that long Joe Connor touchdown. We'll take a break. You're listening to Siena Heights Saints football on WLEN 96.5 and on WLEN.com. All right, welcome back. Start of the fourth quarter. Saints down by 4. It's 14-10.
First and 10.
They got the ball on offense. It's first
49-yard line.
and 10 from the Concordia 49.
Fourth quarter, senior day. We'll see what Saints have left.
Saints need a new call. They're going to get one. Necht takes, gives. That's Davis. Weaving his way forward for about 3 out to the 46-yard line. Bring up 2nd and 7.
With the stop for the Cardinals. 3-yard gain brings up 2nd and 7.
So big number 84, Tristan Kendrick, the redshirt freshman offensive lineman, 6'2", 245 out of Pembroke Pines, Florida, has been playing today for the injured Will Walker, who's not in. They're going to fake it to Davis. Necht looking to throw, wants to go downfield. He's got it on! It's going to be caught! Oh!
Tyler next pass intended for number 4, Deontay Rush.
Had it right there, Chris.
Rush was
Just had to bring it in.
wide open. He didn't have anybody within 5 yards. Oh, boy.
Yeah, that one hurts. Had the ball all the way downfield. Next, he was able to avoid the rush. Yeah, well, he's even limping after that.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
All he's got to do is bring it in, and he's got at least at the 5-yard line. If not,
Is that one of those situations where he was kind of turning around before he had the ball? Because he was right on the doorstep. He had a couple guys barreling down once they realized what was going down. Here's a screen. It's going to be tipped and dropped. Oh, my goodness, almost intercepted.
Next pass intended for 25.
It was too high to Davis, who went up to go get it but couldn't come down with it, tipped off his hand and almost intercepted. And then Deontay Rush is down on the field, injured. So they're going to tend to him. We'll take a break. 14:05 to go in the fourth. Saints trail at 14-10. You're listening to Siena Heights Saints football on WLEN 96.5 and on WLEN. All right, welcome back. Saints are going to punt it away. 14:05 to go in the fourth quarter. Good punt here.
Good
a big
roll.
Saint bounce just outside the 10. I imagine they'll spot it about the 12.
Punt goes out of bounds at the 12-yard line.
That's exactly where they'll put it.
It'll be first and 10, Cardinals.
Well, with Concordia leading and just under 14 minutes left to play down in their territory, we're going to see a lot of Mr. Connor, I'm guessing, the rest of this game. And our run defense is going to have to step up and make some plays because we need to get the football back and hopefully we can get a 3-and-out here.
Angle takes, gives to Connor. Not a whole lot of room to roll. He'll pick up about
Connor is the ball carrier.
maybe 2 out to the 14.
Nick
Stallworth in on the tackle there for the Saints.
2 yards on the play. It'll bring up second down and 8.
Now Cardinals looking at a 2nd and 8. Connor will stay out there. Engel with one receiver to his right, one to his left. Takes, gives, Connor pushes forward out to the 20. That's a 6-yard gain. Bring up 3rd down.
9, Isaiah Newsom led the Saint tacklers.
Yeah, big 3rd down here. We need to get a 3-and-out. We haven't had too many of those this game, and our defense has been on the field a long time. probably been over 60, 65 plays in this game. So we got to make a stop here and get them off the field.
Saints showing some pressure. Engel will check out, get a call from the sideline, makes a new call at the line. Play clock at 2. Engel takes, gives. That's Connor. He's not going to get it. Stacked up. Nope, they're going to say he got there enough. Boy, I didn't think he got there. Wow.
Yeah, we'll see what that spot is. He just certainly didn't look like
It didn't look like he got
the mark, but
let's see where they spot it.
I didn't think he got past the 22, to be honest.
No, I didn't think so either. It looks like they needed the 23.
Wow.
Well, they're going to say
That's a really good spot because I don't think he got that far, but I guess I'm not on the field. I can't tell, but really generous on that spot.
$12:20 to go in the fourth. Saints trail at 14-10. Engel with Omar Sinclair in at running back. They split 2 receivers, 1 left, 1 right. Takes, gives. That's Sinclair with a stutter. Breaking it out left across the 30, 35, 40. Still on his feet across the 45. Taken down at the 47-yard line.
Yeah, again, our linebackers weren't in position on that play, and Sinclair was able to, once he got through the line of scrimmage, was able to break it into our secondary and got a nice burst to him to get a first down.
Both the Siena Heights and Concordia student sections leadership teams, and your student section minute to win it winner is Siena Heights University.
So 1st and 10 now from the Cardinals 47. Engel takes, giving it to Sinclair, who's taken down right at the line of scrimmage. Griffin Sobel shooting the gap along with Nico Moroso.
Yeah, that time our defensive line won that battle at the line of scrimmage and forces Concordia in 2nd and long. Definitely trying to take their time here on offense, not breaking the huddle until almost 10 seconds left in the play clock.
Certainly in no hurry here. Play clock's at 5. Engel takes. Saints coming with some pressure off the edge. Griffin Sobel again, the first one there. Also taken down by Santango Reynolds.
Yeah, Sobel had 8 tackles in the first half, and he has 11 now and probably about 13 after this. He's having a monster game for Siena Heights.
Timeout for an injured Cardinal.
We got an injured Concordia player. Looks like that's James Williams, the right tackle. Out of Trotwood, Ohio, coming off a little slow.
Another third here, and 3rd and 9. Again, our defense got to get them off the field here. They've had a long day, been able to contain Concordia for the most part, but going to wear on you after a while. Clock's ticking.
Engel with 2 receivers right, takes, fakes it to Omar. He's going to throw. Throwing, it's going to be caught. I think he's short. Wow.
They keep giving
Holy smokes. They spotted him at the 43-yard line. That's what they needed. I thought he was down at the 44.
Yeah, another really good spot for Concordia there. I didn't think he had the first down. I thought he was about a half yard short, but he gets the benefit of the doubt, and Concordia keeps marching here against our Saints defense.
So clock ticking, 9:30 to go. Saints down 14-10. Cardinals with the ball at the Saint 43. Engel takes the high snap, gives it. That's Connor bouncing it out right across the 40-35. Finally pushed out of bounds there.
38, Dane Hulleberger takes him out of bounds.
Dane Hulleberger
8 yards. It'll bring up 2nd down and 2.
able to get him out, but not before a pickup of about 8. Out to the 35-yard line.
Yeah, Connor after 3 quarters has 178 yards rushing and got a few more there. He's had a big day for the Cardinals and sets them up here a 2nd and short.
Nine minutes to go. Engel takes. Give it to Connor, running right with a head of steam for a 1st down inside the 30 to the 29.
Yeah, Connor, very powerful back, as we said earlier. He puts his shoulder down. He always falls forward. And that time got hit after about 3 yards and fell about another 3 yards. So Concordia's got a good drive going here, and the Saints just trying to hold them off the scoreboard here, keep it within a 1-score game.
8:30 to go. Saints down 14-10. It's 1st and 10 from the Saint 29. Engel takes, giving to Connor with room right through the middle to the 20-yard line. That's a pickup of 9. Bring up 2nd and 1. A lot of push along that offensive line.
Yeah, we're starting to see our defense get a little tired. They've been on the field a long time, and right now, Connor taking advantage of that, just getting big chunks of yards and eating up clock as well.
So 2nd and 1 from the Saint 20. Engel takes, gives to Connor. I think he's a little short. Maybe back to the original line of scrimmage at the 20. Be 3rd and 1. I'll give him a half a yard.
With the stop, short gain on the play. It'll bring up 3rd down and about a yard.
Yeah, we keep rotating in defensive linemen and trying to keep them as fresh as we can at this point. But like I said, Concordia's had the football here a good, I'd say, 4 to 5 minutes on this drive and just wearing things down.
So big 3rd down here. Cardinals need a half a yard. Here's a give to Connor up the middle. 5, touchdown Cardinals.
13, Joe Connor goes in for the Cardinal touchdown.
Yeah, that time just broke the line of scrimmage, and again, nobody there in the secondary to bring him down, and pretty easy touchdown once he got into our secondary.
Ross O'Brien on for the point after for the Concordia.
The extra point attempt is up and look good. It is. So just under 7 minutes to go. 6:45 to go in the 4th quarter. Concordia now takes a 21-10 lead. We'll take a break in the booth. You're listening to Siena Heights Saints football on WLEN 96.5 and on WLEN.com. All right, welcome back. 6:45 to go in the 4th. Saints now down 11. They trail at 21-10. As the kick's off, going to be fielded at the 12-yard line. Coming the other way.
Number 6, Devon Washington.
Devon Washington on the return for the Saints.
Well,
a lot of talking down there.
Getting down to the nitty-gritty here, Chris. Down 11 points with 6:48 left. We're going to have to – we have no margin for error here, I think. We got to put some points on the board, and then our defense has got to hold them and give us a chance to get it back to go out and win this game.
Yeah, you got to really go attack now.
Yeah, it's
attack mode.
It's time to go.
Neck with 3 receivers left. Davis wants the call quickly. Gets it. Neck takes the low snap, giving it to Davis. Out across the midfield. 40, 35, 30, 25, 10. Taken out of bounds. Ball popped out. Out of bounds. They spot him at the 9-yard line, and the Saints want to go. Davis is calling for a sub. Jared Jordan checks in.
They're going to go quick here. After that long run, Davis almost busted it.
It'll be first and goal, Saints from the 10-yard line.
First and goal. Deontay Rush comes off limping. They send Adam Glanders out to the right, Damon Wright out to the left. Next sends Glanders in motion. And now we've got a timeout. We've got a whistle. Here comes a flag.
Legal substitution.
Yeah, looks like it.
Defense, 12 men on the field.
Oh,
12 men on the field.
we'll take that.
Move them in.
Illegal substitution is a 5-yard penalty.
Ball will be spotted at the 5-yard line.
First and goal, Saints.
Well, I said we had no time to waste, and Darius Davis definitely answered that call.
And they only wasted about 20 seconds or so as they get to the line. Jared Jordan, the bell ringer, checks in.
All right.
Play clock at 8. Got to
on.
get the call in.
Come on.
Got to get it set. Next sends a man in motion. Takes, gives, Jordan trying to find some space. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain. Brings up second down and 5. Rather second and goal from the 5.
Yeah, we looked a little confused there on offense, and coming off a penalty, we should be ready to go.
Jared Jordan lost his shoe, so Davis comes in.
Yeah, here might be a chance to have Mr. Glanders go one-on-one on the outside with the corner.
They tighten that formation, send Glanders in motion, takes, gives, Davis trying to find a hole. He was down at about the 3-yard line, 3.5-yard line. Ball popped out, but he was well down. Now Jordan will check back in.
Give him a gain of a yard on the play. It'll bring up third down.
So they'll give him 1, so it brings up third and goal from the 4.
Well, we're down 11. I'd say we're in 4-down territory here as far as scoring a touchdown. I don't think a field goal. I mean, we can kick it, but we still need a touchdown, a 2-point conversion. We got to move here, though. That clock's
right.
Game clock's kicking down, and play clock as well.
Saints still have all 3 timeouts. 5 seconds on the game clock. Neck takes. Fakes it to Jordan. Rolling left. Throwing into the end zone. It's intercepted.
Tyler, next pass is intercepted by number
Intercepted in the end zone.
In the end zone for a touchback. The ball comes out to the 20-yard line.
And that's
a killer.
Aside from fumbling, those are the 2 things you couldn't do down there.
Yeah, that time they rolled necked out to the left here against the grain, and he tried to throw across his body. Big mistake. Number 12, the linebacker, Andrew O'Hara, was there to step in front of the receiver and literally kill that drive. Boy. Wish we could have that one back.
So 4:42 to go. 4:42 to go. Saints down 21-10. Cardinals now with the ball after the interception on the 20-yard line. Angle takes, gives. That's Connor.
13, Joe Connor, the ball.
He'll get out across the 25 to the 27.
47, Cole Merlin.
Yeah, it's
Cole Merlin on the tackle for the Saints.
going to be a really tough task now to ask this defense to come back and
Second and 3.
get a stop after being on the field for so long, and especially that interception just takes the air out of your sails. And Connor, he looks like he's ready to go. You know, he probably has 30-plus carries on the day, and he looks like he could probably carry it 30 more times.
Engel takes, giving it to Connor, running left. Trying to find some room, does.
13, Joe Connor,
Out across the 35
39,
to the 39-yard line. That's good for a Cardinals first down. And the clock is not on the side of the Saints.
Yeah, Concordia definitely won the time possession today, the line of scrimmage, and right now they're reaping the benefits because our Saints defense looks a little tired. They're usually much stouter against the run, and Connor and the Cardinal front are really doing a job right now.
So Engel sends a man in motion. I imagine they're going to give it to Connor. They do up the middle.
13, Joe Connor, the ball carrier.
Pick up about 3.5 yards. Bring up 2nd and 7.
Yeah, nothing fancy. Just give it to number 13 and let him go.
Now, when do you consider using some of these timeouts if you're head coach Matt Cohn?
Well, I guess after this series we're going to know, because right now ticking just under 3 minutes. We can get a stop here. We'll probably use a timeout after the third down, but if they get another first down, we don't want to waste any, and we may need some for the end here.
Engel takes the high snap, gives it to Connor, who's going to lose yards.
13, Joe Connor.
Back to about the 41-yard line, and now the Saints will take a timeout.
Siena Heights.
Siena Heights uses their first timeout of the second half.
So that's their first of the half.
For Concordia when we resume play.
So we're looking at a 3rd and about 7, or a long 6, and it's just time for this defense to buckle down here.
Yeah, it's time for a stop. If we can get a stop, get the ball back, again, we got to score twice. So it's a tough task, and I'm not going to lie. That interception really, really put a damper on things, because even if we get a field goal coming out of that end of the field,
right,
we're still one
You're still
score
in
out.
it. Yep, exactly.
Not getting any points really, it just makes it that much tougher. But give Concordia credit. It was, again, 2 evenly matched teams coming in today. Whoever was going to win at the line of scrimmage was going to win this. And right now, Concordia has definitely won that battle up front.
Well, and think about it like this, too, because the Cardinals, or rather the Saints, have been in some tough spots this year. But if there's one thing we know about this team is that they play 60 minutes of football.
They do. And the game's not over yet, but we need some help.
They're going to give it to Connor, running outside and tackled for a loss by Isaiah Newsome.
Isaiah Newsome with the tackle for loss.
Tackled inbounds.
Back to the 36-yard line.
So the Saints will take another timeout.
4th down and 12.
And now the Cardinals are going to punt it away. The Saints will have 1 timeout remaining and 2:18 on the clock.
Yeah, we're going to have to work some magic here, but it is senior day, and
we've seen far crazier things.
Oh, for sure. And we got a determined bunch down there that they're not going to give up this game until the clock reads 0. So we got a tough task ahead, but it's not impossible.
Well, obviously you've got playmakers on the outside. Looks like Deontay Rush is a bit banged up, so you look to Adam Glanders, who's been hot today. You look to Damon Wright, who's been good. And even, out of a running back spot, you certainly have to utilize Darius Davis as much as possible.
Oh, for sure. You're going
to have a lot of ground to cover, so you're going to look to throw the ball, but maybe incorporate some screens, get number 25 involved.
Absolutely. We're going to use everything at our disposal here in the last 2 minutes and 22 seconds.
Punts away. It's going to be a wobbly one. It's going to be fielded by Kreider at the 27. Trying to come the other way.
Nice cut.
Making a cut upfield. He'll get stopped at the 40 or the 39.
Kreider returns the kick to the 39-yard line.
Maybe my eye has just been off today.
Where will be first and 10?
Maybe.
Saints.
Maybe.
Yeah, I guess we're definitely not getting the benefit of the spots. So
That looked like he got to the 40 to me. Either way, the Saints will start things on this drive at their own 39-yard line. Darius Davis in the game. Damon Wright in the game. Deontay Rush in the game. Adam Glanders on the far side. Takes. Looking. Throwing. Wants to go down the field. Looking for Deontay Rush. And it's going to be almost cut through the hands of the defender. And then on his way down, almost came up with it.
he almost stole that ball away from the cornerback Mark Wilson on that play. Double coverage, but Rush was really gave it a great effort. Just couldn't pull it down. But good ball by Neck there. Just couldn't make it happen, but we've got a couple more tries at it.
And he's coming up pretty gimpy. He's obviously not at 100%, but he's out there on senior day. 2:03 to go. Neck takes. Looking, throwing. It's going to be dumped off. That's Austin Kreider. Oh, and he slipped. Lost his footing. He was headed towards the sideline to stop the clock, but he fell in bounds. So the clock will continue to run at 1:40.
Yeah, unfortunate there because he could have got out of bounds and got the first down, and he got neither one. Just couldn't make it to the sideline.
You got to snap the ball. Neck does. Looking, throwing. It's going to be incomplete. Looking for Tim Brown. But just too far wide of a pass and falls incomplete. 4th down and 2. This is what feels like your ball game.
Well, if we don't get this first down, it certainly is. But the Saints put up a good effort today, and we'll see if they've got a little bit more fight in them.
They need 2. Neck takes. Looking. He's going to roll left. Sets. Throws. Floats it over top. And it's going to be intercepted. It doesn't really matter. It's incomplete. And the Cardinals will take over.
This pass is intercepted at the Concordia 40-yard line.
Well, Chris,
It'll be first and 10.
this is about the time for these seniors where the moment sets in that this is their last collegiate football game. Again, a victory had a chance maybe at a postseason berth, but today just coming up short against a Concordia team, to their credit, ranked 15th in the country and certainly played that way today. They're going to move on and probably get an at-large berth for the NAI. And when you consider 3 teams in our own division are probably going to go to the postseason, that just tells you the quality of football we have in this Mid-States Conference.
Yeah, it's a powerhouse. I mean, there's just no other way around it. When you've got teams like St. Francis, you've got teams like Marion, you've got teams like Concordia just down the road. Hey, this is a tough group of teams to be playing amongst. Oh, the ball's out. Can the Saints hop on top of it?
Do we got it?
It was a high snap. Who's got it?
Who's got
No
it?
indication yet. Who's got it? They're still wrestling for it.
Well, talk
Looking
about
for some indication. Oh, and they're going to say Concordia fell on top of it. Wow. Wow.
Falls on his own.
Austin Kreider comes out of it.
20-yard line.
Wow. Trey Claiborne's hot.
You know, what I'm wondering is,
Wow.
I think who's falling the football.
To me, okay. I mean, I don't know.
Well,
I'm confused.
Coach Cohn is definitely coming
yeah,
over. He's out on the field. He
he's
wants an explanation of
almost
how
to the hash here.
we came out with the football and didn't get it. But, you know, you don't know how.
Timeout. Siena Heights.
Timeout.
So the Saints will take a timeout.
Final timeout.
And, I mean, Coach Cohn is standing between the hashes. Talking about Austin Kreider came out with the football.
You know, Chris, the bigger question, I think, is you're up 11 points with a minute something to go and you're in the shotgun. why are you in the shotgun?
And they've had high snaps all game.
All game, and that could have been a disaster, and I just don't understand. All you got to do is snap the ball and take a knee. Why you wouldn't do that under center instead of trying to risk it? Because Siena comes up with that football. How would you like to lose a game on a take a knee type play?
Yeah.
But obviously they still have the football,
Yeah,
and
Cardinals will keep it.
they're still going to go in that shotgun, which I guess that's what they do, but I wouldn't be doing that.
Takes, gives, Connor bouncing it out left
Why are they even running the football?
with some space.
13, Joe Connor.
Taken down past the 35 at the 37-yard line.
Siena has no timeouts left.
Right,
Just take a knee. The game's over. Why are you running the football still? I don't get that. Because there's a chance of a fumble.
Correction, 3rd down and 13.
Well, I don't know. Rivalry game, right?
Rolling the dice. Well, I mean, you're rolling the dice. That's what I'm saying. I'm not talking about running it up. I'm just saying it's playing smart football.
Well, yes.
Why would you put yourself at risk there, and all you got to do is take a knee and walk off the field?
Well, they'll just bleed this clock down. They'll take a timeout here as the play clock runs to 1.
So, obviously, this outcome, it looks like now it is pretty much settled. Siena, another big step up this season. 7 wins, 7-3 on the year. The most in program history. We're right on the cusp of being a playoff team, and I think in the next couple years we're going to get there. I think great things ahead for this team. We got a great senior class that's going to be leaving. It's left a great foundation for this program to build on, and we got a lot to look forward to next year.
Well, I think obviously you're going to miss these seniors. There's no question about that. But if there's one thing we learned this year from this team is that not only are they, I mean, look, they've got a coaching staff who seems to have a way with this team. They've got the players to produce. We've seen that based on the depth this year. They've got a lot. We've seen a lot of guys, a lot of different names, and a lot of guys late in the season. Cole Merlin's one of them, who's out there now, who is a kind of a linebacker, but he'll play safety, and he's kind of all over the field. But I mean, this is a team on the upswing.
For sure, and again, a program on the upswing. Coach Cohn talked about having his coaching staff now in place. This is his second full season as head coach. He feels really good about the people that are working with him. He's got a great foundation. Again, they're in a great conference. You're playing against some of the top programs in the entire country, and this year, if not for